All right, I'm back up here in the Northwoods talking with Jeff Vandermortel, WDH Guide Service. Today we're going to talk about your transition, Jeff, from early summer patterns to midsummer patterns. Let's talk about location first. Where are you going to find these muskies?
So as these fish start to transition from the shallower weeds, especially as we follow into that warming trend that's bound to happen here towards the end of June and into early July, and the weed growth will accelerate. It already has. We've had a lot of like bright sunny skies that we've brought along for what was originally started off as late spring. Stuff is starting to catch up very fast, and that will continue as we get this next warming trend coming through, and that will push a lot of those fish out to the more deeper defined edges as that stuff develops, especially in the larger lakes, which are still a little behind on weed growth. And those fish from the mud flats a lot of times will start to come in to use that structure out there as one as that structure becomes better and begins to hold more bait and more food for them, and two, as those mayfly hatches begin to end and that easy food source dissipates for the smaller fish out there, and a lot of times those fish will move right back up to those deep weed edges. So deep weed edges are always crucial. Come that late summer and into midsummer patterns. You can of course find fish on rocks, especially in days with wind, and there's a variety of things, but the key is going to be those deep weed edges, and within a cast length or three of them. Sometimes those fish will slide off a little bit, given that it depends on the lake, but look somewhere within a cast length inward or a cast length or two outward from them. Usually that's what they're going to key in on the most in late June through about mid-July, and even into August.
And then baits to attack those muskies, what are we looking at for baits?
Don't be afraid to throw some smaller stuff, you know, that people get more comfortable throwing, but of course the big stuff definitely tends to come into play then. Still, I get a lot of people that come through that think, you know, we'll be throwing large baits, you know, even early stages of that, you know, that not early summer, but as we transition here and into early July, throwing stuff that people kind of still have this notion that it's for fall. A lot of times those bigger baits produce very well when those fish's metabolisms are high. So a larger food offering, you know, the Magnum toads, the XL toads, the larger regular deuces, husky deuces, Magnum bulldogs up to the pounder bulldogs, stuff of that size is certainly not too big for any time of year, but those smaller offerings tend to lose a little bit of their effectiveness for the larger fish in the system when those fish are super keyed up. There's oftentimes that's the time of year where you'll see something like a pike or walleye getting grabbed, that kind of stuff. They go back through that large prey item desire.
Excellent. So hopefully that helps you put a few more fish in the boat in the next couple weeks. We'll be back later on this summer for a few more tips on how to catch more muskies. Thanks for watching.